Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
This segment was sponsored by the Myrtle Beach Classic.
Well, it really doesn't get much better than this. Today I am joined by Darren and we're talking about the Myrtle Beach Classic. Aren't we so lucky with this weather right now?
We are. It's gorgeous out here, blue skies and the Atlantic Ocean behind us.
Let's do the full rundown. You got this big old golf tournament coming up. This is a pretty historic event for Myrtle Beach.
It is. It's the first major professional golf tournament on the Grand Strand since the 90s. So the PGA Tour doesn't host a lot of events. There's only 36 of these. Stay at the hotels, eat at the restaurants, and just have a good time here in Myrtle Beach.
So it's going to be a 4-day event. Can you kind of break down what that's going to look like for people?
The tournament week is May 6th through the 12th of next year. We'll kick off the week with what we call a Monday Pro-Am. So if you're a golfer and you want to come out and play with the pros, you can do that. You can buy a team in our Monday Pro-Am. Tuesday we'll have some activities. We'll have a junior clinic, so a lot of the junior golfers from the area will come and interact with some of the PGA Tour professionals that day. Wednesday we have another Pro-Am. We call it the Wednesday Pro-Am. You can also buy teams in the Wednesday Pro-Am. There's a Tuesday night party prior to that right here on the lawn right behind us. And at the party you actually get to choose which PGA Tour player you play with that next day out here at the Dunes Golf and Beach Club. And then Thursday, we start with the first tournament round. So we'll have, like I said, 120 players that'll be here all week. Thursday is our first round, Friday is our second round. After the second round, we'll have a cut to about the top 65 in ties. And then half the field will make the weekend, and they'll play on Saturday and Sunday.
So there's also going to be a charity aspect to this too. You guys want to make sure you're giving back.
There is, yeah. The PGA Tour as a whole is a very philanthropic organization. Since they started running events across the country, in really the late 1960s, they've given back $3.64 billion to local charities in the markets where they have hosted events. It'll be no different here in Myrtle Beach. So we'll have a group of charities that we will support after the tournament. We'll make those big checks and make a lot of people happy. So it's one aspect of the event that we're very proud of, and again, leave an impact here in the Myrtle Beach community.
I can imagine there's a lot of planning going into this event, huh?
There is, yeah, especially with a first year event. There's lots of, a foundation to set basically. So trying to find a host hotel, working with a lot of the vendors. We're trying to use as many local vendors as we can, of course, whether that's a bus shuttle company or a restroom company or a catering company. There's a long list of vendors that we're working through kind of the vetting process to make it a great first year.
You want this to be a great experience for everyone involved.
We do, including the volunteers. So we've had a huge response from the volunteers this year. We set up an initial website where you could inquire about volunteering, and we had a hunch that the response would be good. Yeah. We had over 3,600 people respond that want to be a part of the first annual Myrtle Beach Classic.
And I can see why, especially after driving out here. I mean, what a perfect backdrop. Talk to me about this facility a little bit.
Yeah, it was built, the golf course opened in 1948. This beautiful clubhouse came soon after that. But yeah, it's a beautiful golf course. They've done a few renovations to it on some tee boxes. They've expanded the practice putting green. Just really kind of cleaned up the golf course. Not that it needed it, but to host a PGA Tour event, they wanted to really just shine for year one. So it's just a great golf course with this view. You just can't beat the location and the setting.
I love it. It's all very exciting. So where can people learn more about tickets so they can go ahead and get those as soon as possible?
Yeah, tickets are currently on sale. You can go to myrtlebeachclassic.com. Right at the top of the page, click on tickets. If you're interested in the hospitality options, you can click on the hospitality link as well, and then volunteering as well, there's a link for that right there at myrtlebeachclassic.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, I'm back today at the Myrtle Beach Colored School Museum and Education Center, and I'm joined by Cookie. How are you, Cookie?
I am well. How are you, Katie?
I'm doing great.
Yes.
But tell me, where are we standing right now?
So right now we are standing in the Museum of African American History at the historic Myrtle Beach Colored School Museum and Education Center.
Yes.
So there's really several spaces, but the one is dedicated to the former students of the color school, and then this is African American history, where Doc Shee Moore serves as the curator, and it talks about or shares our life, the life of African American people in Africa prior to enslavement, and as dark, you know, as it was, it's part of history. So we share a little bit about slavery itself, and then some of the significant people, Frederick Douglass, Harriet Tubman, you know, all of those up into current day with President Obama, Vice President Kamala Harris.
So talking a little bit about if people want to donate and help you guys out, how can they do that?
Yes, so we're continuously looking for artifacts as they relate to history, and so donations can be made simply by calling us 843-918-1062, or showing up here at the museum and bringing those artifacts. Now, I will say that in order for something to be deemed museum quality or museum eligible, there was a curator, you know, for the classroom part, that a professional person, because, you know, some people brought their grandfather's shoes or their grandfather's hat, and while that is so important and so special, we did not have the space for it. So we just want people to come by, and if they think they have something, but also for locals who have pictures from back in the day that, you know, they wish to share. We're creating some things at Charlie's Place, which is one of the facilities that we manage, and it's also mentioned here in the Museum of African American History.
Well, good morning and thanks so much for joining us today again on Living Local Carolina. Today I am joined in studio by Michelle Gerald. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you.
All right, you are the founder of SIS. What does SIS stand for?
Sisters Inspiring Sisters. We're always looking for volunteers to help. We're always needing funding. If you know, if you would like to donate funds, we're always looking for that, because a lot of it I do out of pocket. A lot of it I do myself. And so if I could mention anything else, it would be that we always need volunteers to help give out the food, to help give out the blankets and those things. We did a back to school drive. I was granted a Small Smiles grant, and they asked me what would I do, and I said with that I wanted to make sure that our children in my neighborhood were able to be children for a day. We had the bouncy house out. We had people to connect with us and just, you know, cook food, and we had Sisters United, they donated 100 baggies of school supplies. Brothers United were on the grill. Myrtle Beach, the neighborhood services of Myrtle Beach, they were out there giving out popcorn. The police came by, the fire truck came by, and we had all these games set up for the kids. And I do that every year, back to school drive every year, but this year I was able to, with that grant, make it big. So I'm always collecting school supplies. I'm always collecting clothes, just anything that you can think of that someone may need that they don't have. I collect, and funding is also a big part, because again, I do it all out of my pocket. A lot of it I do out of my pocket. So we're always collecting through. If I could say anything, it would be just connect with me if you have anything to donate. Nothing's too small.
All right, how can people get in contact with you?
You can find me on social media, on Facebook. Look up SIS and SIS-Sisters Inspiring Sisters. Everything is up there, the new events and any information that you may need. My contact information is all on there. If you would like to email me, that email address is sisinformation2018@gmail.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
This segment is brought to you by Coastal Youth Ballet Theater.
Well, you know that it is the most wonderful time of the year when the Nutcracker Ballet rolls around, and today I am at the Coastal Youth Ballet Theater and I'm joined by Lisa. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for coming.
Oh, this is the highlight of my week, truly. For people that don't know about the Nutcracker and just how special it is, tell me all about your experience with it. You guys have been doing this for quite some time now.
Yes. The Nutcracker actually is the ballet that captures the spirit of Christmas. So the story, the music of Tchaikovsky, the costumes, the dancing, the backdrops, everything about it from beginning to end is captivating. It just is about Christmas and it's about families coming together. So it's really, really great to have the Nutcracker every year. This year we're coming into the Main Street Theater in Conway. And we're very, very excited because that is where the performing arts is so very well supported. So we're so happy to be there.
You were saying that the Nutcracker really encapsulates Christmas, but also the city of Conway during Christmas time, there's nothing like it.
Exactly.
Truly.
That's exactly why we're so excited about coming to the Main Street Theater. We have a surprise. Again, because of the Main Street Theater, the Theater of the Republic, we have their support, and so there's something new that's going to come up. And we promise you have to come and see what it is.
Well, this is so exciting because now I'm joined with actual cast members of the Nutcracker this year, Anna, Kate, and Enzo. How are you guys doing?
We're good.
All right, tell everybody what parts you're playing this year.
I am playing the role of Clara, and I get to save the Nutcracker Prince from the Rat King, and then after, I get to go to the land of the sweets.
I play the role of the Nutcracker Prince, where I'm trapped in the Nutcracker doll, which was a magic spell cast by the Rat King.
You guys kind of have to play off each other, and you work together a lot, right?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about your working relationship. You guys have been dancing together for a little bit now, huh?
Well, I've been dancing since I was kind of like out of the stomach of a dancer.
You were born with point shoes on, basically.
Yeah.
Love it. And what about you, Enzo?
Well, I've been dancing since I was like 3, and ever since then, I actually met her the first day that I came, so we've been like best friends ever since. We have lots of time together, and it's a lot of bonding.
If you come to the Nutcracker, it's gonna be magical.
I love it! Now I am joined by Sophia. Sophia, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule. I know you have to be busy.
A little bit.
A little bit? Okay, tell everybody what character you are playing in the Nutcracker.
I play the Sugar Plum Fairy in the Nutcracker. This role is very technical and it requires a lot of artistry. I've been practicing with Miss Lisa on my upper body and to be light in my dancing, like I'm on a cloud or a cake. And even though the steps are hard, it has to look easy. I've been dancing since I was 4, and I've played an angel and a mouse, and I was Clara for a few years, and now I'm the Sugar Plum Fairy.
That's so cool to be able to really experience so many different parts of the show over the years.
It's such a blessing to be able to do it every year. Since being a cast member, it's been so much fun.
Well, for people that are watching right now that are just dying to come and see the Nutcracker, where can they find out all about show times and all that good stuff?
cybt.org, and you can also try the Theater of the Republic website. So we have tickets in both websites.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.